Write that down for me. Impatience kills dream, not talent. Impatience. So it is vital to the heartbeat of your brand and your business that your message is consistent and that you are consistent with showing up every week in front of your audience. When people say, I have an email list and I email them once a month, if it takes 25 times for someone to see you, hear you, feel you before they make a buying decision, how many months are going to have to go by before someone decides to work with you if you're showing up once a month? The math doesn't add up. You want to grow and scale your business, but you're not consistent with your messaging. Make sense? So connection, consistency. The more consistent you are, the more credible you become. You want to be an influencer? You want to be asked to be on media? You want to launch your own podcast or be guest on a podcast? You want to host a virtual event that's going to bring in multiple 6 and 7 figures? You need credibility. Credibility is earned, by the way. In some cases, right? There is the 15-second overnight celebrity success, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about, earned credibility. You've shown up, you give value, and then you ask for the sale. Credibility leads to conversion. All right, so those are the 4 C's to really showing up and making the impact and the income that you want. They are connected.
I'll show you.
Right? The more people you serve, the more money you make. So connection, consistency, credibility to conversion. Those are the 4 C's. Write them down, stare at them, love them, embrace them, because those are the things that are going to grow your business. All right? Now let's get to messaging. So when it comes to messaging, I talked yesterday that no hello everyone. All right? I want to feel important. I want to feel heard. So when you start your video, I want you to be very clear with who you're talking to. Now, you might be saying, but Carrie, I work with men. I work with women. I work with animals. I work with anyone with a credit card. Not after today. No, you don't. Right? A confused mind will never buy, and a confused message does not convert. So if you're saying, I help you get unstuck, I'm a life coach, I'm a realtor, whatever it is, again, we talked about trying to catch the ocean. Stop trying to catch the ocean. Go out there and catch the marlin. Know exactly who your ideal client is. What is he or she feeling? What does he or she want? What's stopping them from getting it? What have they tried that hasn't worked? Why are they still in the place that they're at? And what will it matter? What will it mean to them when they get what it is that they're searching for? You need to know who your person is. And the more you speak to your person, the more you reach people. One reaches many, and a confused mind will never buy. So you have to know who that one is. Now, I hear so often, Carrie, it's so noisy. It is so noisy online. You might say that. You might feel that. There's just so much out there. How can I possibly compete with my message and what I'm sharing? First of all, embrace those 4 C's, like the way you drink water every day, right? And you have to understand that you are a station. I want you to imagine, remember when we listened to radios? Remember that? Before we had Spotify and all those other things. And you get into your car and you're looking for something. You want to listen to something. And so you're pressing the search, the seek, right? And you hear a station, it's like, shh, and then you hear another station, and it's like, ah, la, 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 la. And you're like, that's not what I want to listen to today. And then you hear a station that might be a little soulful, and you're like, yeah, maybe that's the one. And then you hit the station, and you're like, oh yeah, this is my jam. I am here today. And then what happens? Every time you get into the car, you leave it on that station because you found your station. There are gazillions of stations out there, but you usually tune into the one that resonates with you. You, my friend, are a station. You are a broadcast channel. Why do you think social media is called different social media channels, right? We are a channel. Your brand is a channel. Your message is a channel. So you have to find the right frequency for your audience to tune into. Are you with me? Does this make sense? So the clearer you are with your message, the clearer you are with who you serve, the clearer you are with your ascension model and how you...
Whoops. Sorry. How did I pause it?
You help people and the result you provide, the sooner I know to tune in. Yes? And don't you, like, when you love someone, you love their podcast, you love what they're doing, you just keep tuning in, whether you need them at the moment or not. But I guarantee you, when the time comes to make a buying decision around what it is that that person does, you're going to go to them because you've been tuning into their channel. So you are a channel. Your message is a channel. And I need you to get over this fear of, oh my gosh, what if my message is wrong? Now, it might not be clear. And our head coach on Monday, Elizabeth Walker, Elizabeth is such an amazing asset to our team. She comes from network production. She also comes from decades of mindset work and personal development. She is our master of messaging. And when our clients work with Elizabeth, they are literally blown away in 30 minutes with the work that she does. She will zone in, dial in, get you clear in a second. But until you get that time with her, I need you to think, what is the shortest path for my person? What do I do? How do I do it? And what step do they need to take to get the result? Right? So your message is something that's going to grow with you. Right? My message today is different than it was when I started Inspired Living in 2011, 10 years ago. And it's okay. How do you know if you have the right message? The response that you get from people. Is it resonating? Is it not resonating? Are people commenting? Are you getting new clients? Right? So messages ebb and flow. They grow with you. But your core message is the heartbeat of what you do. Your core message is that thing, right? That transformation, that product or service that you provide that alleviates a pain or helps people step into possibility. Right? So you have to understand who it is that you're talking to and what is the pain point that they have when they're coming to you. So in your homework right here, right, the first thing is who you're talking to, and start with WIFM, which is the why. What's in it for me? I'm going to give you an example. By the way, are you with me? Are you learning stuff? Are you excited? Is this sinking in a little bit? All right, so let me give you an example of starting out a video, making it all about me versus WIFM. All right. Hi. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Carrie Murphy. And for over three decades, I have been on camera as a talent, as an agency owner. And for over 20, I've been an entrepreneur. And there's nothing I love more than helping people step into possibility, than helping you understand how to grow and scale your business, how to make a difference, how to use video, and how to get over the fear of being seen. Now notice, I went into host mode, didn't I? Because that's where most of you go when you start your videos about you. Now, I'm going to start the video with WIFM. What's in it for me? You're a brilliant entrepreneur. You have this great vision for your life, and you feel this calling to really impact a lot of lives. You have an incredible story, you have incredible products or services, and yet you're so frustrated because you don't understand how to get it out there. You feel like the best kept secret, and it's killing you because you haven't gone through what you've been through to stay hidden. And although video is something that you're very aware of, you know you need to use it, you watch everyone else use it, when it comes to you showing up, you stop. Because it's overwhelming. You don't know what to say. You don't know how to say it. You second guess who you are. You second guess your message. And so if that's you, I'd like to share my 3 tips with you on how to overcome that fear and step into an authority in your business. Notice the difference, right? And I just made this up, took it right out of my hip, right? Notice my voice. Notice I brought it down in my heart. I'm not speaking up here. Nope, I'm here. By the way, you want to get someone's attention? Speak into them. Don't speak at them. Know who you're talking to so intimately that the minute, excuse me, I press play, I know that you're talking to me. And can you change that up every single time? Yes, and you should. It shouldn't be contrived. It shouldn't be something that you've rehearsed over and over again. Yes, do we have a template to help you like really understand how to bullet point your message so it comes across clear and confident and you're just not making it up? Yes, right? Because if you're just making it up, right, that's going to be a struggle. So we do give you a framework. But starting with the why is something that 90% of people don't do. So what I just taught you is going to elevate you quickly when you just do that, and you can shift it around, you can share it, you can see how it resonates with people. I'm checking my comments right here. Oh yes, I got a boom. Yes, loving it. Yes, speak into them, not at them. Amazing. Making sure you're with me. Okay, so this is the key to messaging. It's really understanding where's your person at and starting with them, not you. You're secondary, right? After I address the why, then I position myself as someone they should listen to, right? And so this is how you start crafting your message. Why am I here and why you? Those two things are the cornerstone to your message. All right. What's the greatest pain my client faces? Right? What's keeping them up at night? If they're a first time home buyer, that's a different emotional state than an empty nester who is looking to downsize or someone that is looking to expand and build their dream home. So, one of the things I want to share with you right now that really blows my clients' mind is shifting your message to reach the demographic versus the psychographic. All right, now, demographic, you've probably heard of it, right? It's the all the external conditions of your ideal client. Where do they live? How old are they? Do they have children? Where do they like to hang out? Do they travel? How much money do they make? Are they spiritual? Do you need to know all these things? Yes, because when you're doing your ads and you're doing your positioning and you're building out your programs, you need to know who it is and who your demo is. And tomorrow on Simple Strategies to Get Media Attention with our head media coach, Kelly Day, she'll talk so much about this. That yes, the media does want to know these things, but for you, right, the psychographic is what is so important. The psychographic is how someone feels. When you understand how someone feels and you show up with that connection, it's a game changer. You elevate yourself to a category of one instantly because they say, oh my God, she's reading my mind. There is no greater compliment than I will ever receive, whether I'm on stage, I'm hosting an event, or I'm running a masterclass, where someone will say to me, Carrie, you literally were speaking to me. Like you knew exactly who I was, like you took the thoughts and were saying them out loud. That's because I know you. I know what you want because you're me, right? You're me before I started Inspire Living. Passion filled, spiritual, on a mission. You know you have something to offer. You just don't know how to get it out there, right? You're not someone who needs convincing. You're not someone who's a one trick pony. You're not someone who's looking for insta fame. You're willing to do the work. You're willing to invest, and you just need the right resources. So I know you because I am you, whether you're male or female, right? I know your heart and I speak into that. Does this all make sense to you? This is the differentiator online, my guys, my friends. This is about speaking to one and being consistent and connected and compassionate to that person, right? So understanding the psychographic. What is the pain and what is possible for them once they achieve the result, right? And I know you get scared to niche down. I know, but I will tell you, nothing will grow your business faster than moving from generalist to specialist, which I talked about yesterday. Nothing will move the needle quicker in your business when you get known for one thing. When you get known for one thing, you can launch makeup lines. You can have joint ventures. You can do all of these other things because you're known for something. And if that's you, I really want you to embrace this right now because this is going to be the game changer in how you show up and how you build your business from here on out. All right? So what is the greatest pain? By the way, I'm just looking at my workbook here for you. and what's possible for him or her once they get the result. Once they get the result, helping them step into possibility, right? Once you get confident on camera and you actually learn how to use it to convert fans into followers, into paying clients, your business is recession proof. You don't have to count on live events. You don't have to count on speaking on other people's stages, which is how I grew Inspired Living to almost 7 figures. I was speaking all the time. I was traveling. I was hosting my own live events. I love live events. I love speaking on stages, but I can create my own. In fact, I have a really great story for you. My fiance, Michael, is a world renowned saxophonist. And obviously, with 2020, all of his gigs were canceled. Now, he made his living off gigging.
I paused it for 1 second to see, because someone mentioned me in a comment, and I have to see what it says. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm going to unpause this.
Right? Off getting different booking engagements. And last March 2020, he had his last event in Arizona, and he came home. And unlike many people in his space, he instantly moved to virtual concerts. He had never done a virtual concert in his life. Never. In fact, he used a webcam and a ring light to start. And after doing 40 shows, he now has like 3 cameras, a slider, videos, a smoke machine. I've seen him grow so much, and he created his own economy. In a world where most musicians were unemployed, he created and had one of the best years of his life. And by the way, he was so happy. He was so happy because he wasn't waiting on an agent or a manager to get him a job. He created his own. The same goes for you. You don't have to wait for someone to give you a stage, to give you a microphone, to say you should be an expert in this or join my thing. You can crown yourself today and leverage the social media platforms and leverage video to have the best year you've ever had. And yeah, it's April. There's a lot of year left. You can have a 6-figure launch. You can have an event that transforms lives. You can teach things. I mean, I can go on and on and on with all the ways you can grow and leverage video and visibility in your business. But you have to know who you're talking to. You have to know their pain points, and you have to know what's possible for them once they get the result. Now, there are these things called emotional triggers, which can sound a little contrived or a little manipulative. But as someone who is in the online marketing space, and Lacey Dion, who's one of our coach concierges, was in media sales for almost 2 decades. She helped people create ads, for Super Bowl. I mean, she's so amazing. And she understands for her clients what emotional triggers mean. The more you know about how someone feels and what's going to move them to make a decision, then you can show up as the person that's going to guide them to the result. So often, we need something, but we don't realize it. For example, that's why we say selling personal development is really tough. Because even if someone knows they need it, is there a sense of urgency around it? How have you positioned it? What am I going to get from it? It's hard to sell life coaching. It's hard, right? That's why we help you on positioning yourself to create a specific result. Which reminds me of Sherry, who is working with us, who specializes in menopause and helping people who are going through that change, right? The more you specialize, the more people you reach. But there are 11 emotional triggers, and I want you to write these down. And if you miss them, don't worry. We're going to put them up in the group so you can write them down after. Okay? All right. So I'm just looking at your comments. Yes, that is right, Tamar. All right. Love it. Okay. So emotional triggers. Save time. By the way, for most people right now, who are, working at home, they have families, all of these things, like saving time is something we will pay so much for. I mean, whoever invented the freshly meals and the meals you can order, really, my life has changed because I don't love to cook. All right, I digress. Save time. Save money. Less stress. Increased happiness. Make money. Feel better. Look better. Success and recognition, to feel safe and secure, to feel liked or loved, to avoid effort. Those are the 11 emotional triggers. I'll go through them again really, really fast for you. And again, don't worry, we're posting them in the group, okay? Save time, save money, less stress, increased happiness, make money, feel better, look better, success and recognition, feel safe and secure, feel liked or loved, to avoid effort. So why is this important for you to know? Because when you're speaking to your person, you should know their top emotional trigger, which for me, honestly, is save time. If you want to market to me, save time, less stress, increased happiness, right? Because as you grow and scale in business, like, your time becomes such an important commodity. So what is your ideal client's emotional trigger? Do you know what it is? Right? And then you speak into it. They want to save time. How amazing would it be if you could make an amazing dinner in 20 minutes or less? It's healthy, it's easy, and it's not going to take a lot of time for you to really provide a healthy meal for your family. Did she just push my emotional trigger? She meaning me. Yes, right? So when you know the emotional trigger, then you speak into it, and my little sensories, right? My little, my ears are tweaked, my ears are peaked. I'm looking and I'm excited and I'm curious. Curiosity is one of the greatest states you can ever get someone in. So your message comes down to who you serve, who you are, how you serve them, and the next step they should take. So I want you to understand that your messaging changes over time, that your ideal client will change as you grow and evolve. And the quickest way to test your message is to get it out there. And you always start with the WIFN. What's in it for me? I don't care about you until I know that you care about me. Make sense? All right, so tomorrow, as I mentioned, we are talking about simple strategies to get media attention. Why is this so important? It's never been easier to get on TV. I mean, there are more media outlets than we've ever had between traditional TV and all the outlets that are now online and all of the apps. It is truly a beast. But yet, when someone sees you on the news, when someone sees you on the local morning show, when someone sees you on, on Yahoo Finance or CNN or whatever it is, all of a sudden, overnight, you become credible in your space. So it is part of the very important puzzle that we're putting together for you. Kelly's session is it's a fan favorite, right? If you haven't connected with Kelly Day, you are going to love her. So make sure you show up tomorrow. Make sure to do the homework, which I'm going to share in a minute. Tomorrow, we're giving away the $50 Amazon gift card. And again, if you do all the assignments, you'll be entered to win the grand prize. What I want you to understand more than anything is that you matter. Your message matters. How you show up in your space matters. Those 4 C's: connection, consistency, credibility, to conversion. Like, people always ask, Carrie, how do you build a 7-figure business? You commit to showing up, and then you build the infrastructure, the team, and the systems that allow you to do what you do best. Most people are trying to do way too many things. They don't have a team. They're trying to do it all on their own. And you should be doing the thing that you do best, which is the solution, right? Getting your clients the answer, solving their problem, and being the spokesperson for your business, because no one can do it like you. When you think about the businesses that are really growing, whether you love them or hate them, think Elon Musk, think Sarah Blakely, think Richard Branson. Think about all of these people who are influencers because they chose to be the spokesperson of their business. By the way, Oprah, just a little media mogul, just the richest person on the planet. Well, no, but the richest woman. She was told she didn't have a face for TV. She was told to not pursue a career in TV. In fact, she self-syndicated before she got picked up. I want you to believe in you like there is no other option, because you will get told no 1,000 times. Growing up in entertainment, I was told no 1,000,000 times. And I'll never forget the day. It was 2010. I had just moved to Los Angeles after closing my business. I moved 7 times in 3 years. I booked a show on E, and then the show got canceled. Here I am. I've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years at that point, and I was waiting for someone to give me a job. Oh my God, it's like the most painful position for me to ever be in. Like, wait for someone to give me something. And I was signed with IMG, which is one of the top agencies out here. And anyway, I went into an audition, and at that time I was starting to do some life coaching. This is before I figured out my niche. So my agent said, Carrie, it's a $10,000 job. And at that moment, $10,000 would change my life, right? So I said, okay, what's the audition for? And she's like, it's for a spokesperson for the Atlantis Resort. So I'm like, okay, cool. You have to wear a bikini. Okay. And here's the script, and, go at this time. So if you're familiar with LA traffic at all, it's a hot mess to get anywhere. So it took all day. I got hair and makeup ready. I got to the audition room. I walked in, And it's probably like how you feel when you log into Instagram, right? I walked in and there was this room full of like supermodels. And I'm 33. I might as well have been 93. Everyone looked like they were 18. And the first thought I had is, what am I doing here? Like, I don't belong here. But I sat there. In fact, I sat there for 3 hours. 3 hours in my swimsuit cover-up, waiting for them to say, Carrie Murphy. So they finally did. The casting director brought me into the little room with the director and the casting director, and I took off my bathing suit cover-up and stood in my bikini and did my little 2-minute spiel and walked out the door and sobbed. I sobbed. And I thought to myself, never again am I going to wait for someone to validate my gift. Never am I going to do something that feels like it's not my best and genius work. And I remember that was the day I reached out to Kevin Sorbo, who was a golf fan. I had hosted a show on the Golf Channel. I was a spokesperson for a tea time website that Comcast bought. And I reached out to Kevin on Facebook. And I said, hey, Kevin, I'm launching a show called Inspired Living. And I think that you're really inspirational, and I would love to interview you. And you know what he said? He said yes. Now, if you go back to my YouTube channel and look at that interview, holy moly, have I grown and evolved. But you know, it starts with asking. It starts with getting the yeses. You're going to get a million no's. But stop going into a room you know you don't belong in. Stop looking at what everyone else is doing. Stop waiting for someone to give you the opportunity and claim it. And say, today, this is what I commit to. That interview with Kevin Sorbo was the beginning of growing a 7-figure business that has brought me more joy than I could have ever imagined. And that's where we have to let our dreams evolve. When I was a little girl, I dreamed of being Mary Hart. I dreamed of being on Entertainment Tonight. And I tell you, if someone came to me right now and said, hey, Carrie, do you want your own show? I would think about it. But man, do I love the life I have. I love the freedom. I love the autonomy. I love that I can go live at any time and impact and inspire lives. Like, that fulfills me more than anything I could have ever thought of. And it took me losing everything, right, to let go of what I thought I wanted to step into who I really was. And maybe that's the time for you. Maybe it's time to stop waiting and say, you know what? I'm going to choose to be visible. I'm going to choose to be transparent. I'm going to be authentic. And I'm reading Kara Goldin's book, Who Started Hint Water. And I love her story because she got all of these opportunities simply because she asked. She called. She literally like called the CEO and like called people. She didn't wait for anything. She went out there and got it. And yes, are you going to have haters? Are you going to have people that judge you? Those people are none of your business. I love Dr. Seuss. What other people think about you is none of your business because they aren't your tribe. They aren't your people. Right? So let's stop focusing on the things we can't control and let's focus on the things that we can, which is your message, your purpose, your positioning, and how you help people get what it is that they so badly need and desire. Thank you so much for being with me today. I would love to know your greatest takeaway. And if you're getting great value, I would love if you would take a quick screenshot, share it on Instagram, and tag us. As you can see, and I hope you can feel, that I care so deeply about you. I care deeply about your success. And more than anything, like doing what you feel you're here on this earth to do. Life is too short and too precious to do anything but that. So thank you so much for being with me today. I so appreciate you. I love watching you show up and do the homework. Remember, every day builds upon the next. Okay, you need to build the muscle. Nothing is easy in the beginning. And if building a business was easy, we'd have more successful people. In fact, less than 4% of businesses make over 7 figures, right? Are you willing to be a part of it? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to do the work to create the lifestyle that you want for yourself? If that's you, put hell yes in the comments. Hell yeah, that's me. And let's keep this going. Let's move this train forward. So tomorrow is all about media attention. You are going to love this session with Kelly Day. And then the next day is how to create your ultimate marketing plan. You know, the thing that you know you need that you're not implementing right now? I'm going to break it down for you and tell you exactly what we do on Inspired Living. And by the way, it is so much easier than you think. So much easier. So Thank you so much for being with me. Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so love and appreciate you and look forward to seeing you continue to put yourself out there this week. A quick reminder, your videos should be a new post in the group. Please do not post in this thread because we get so many comments and they get lost. So it's going to be a new post in the group. We're here for you. We're here to support you. If you haven't connected with your coach concierge, do that right now. Do it today, right after this session. Go into your DMs in Facebook. They've already messaged you and get on the books. Book a call with them because they are amazing and they're going to help you so much clarify your message and get clear on what's next. Have a beautiful day. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun, and I will see you then.
All right. Thanks for listening with me. Bye.